The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour. Listen, so this lady I'm about to bring, Tamika Mallory, said that she will not stop until there is justice for Breonna Taylor and protection for every other black woman like her. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome back to the show civil rights activist and Until Freedom founder, Tamika Mallory. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And the story of Breonna Taylor, if anybody haven't heard, she was shot 8 times after officers entered her apartment in Louisville with a battering ram back in March. So, and these officers have walked away, and so far, one of the officers has been fired, but that's not enough. So what do people need to do to keep the momentum of the movement?
Well, I don't believe, Ricky, that the officer was fired because the city just, woke up and decided to do the right thing. I think that officer was fired because people here in Louisville have stayed in the streets, have continued to organize, and have made it clear that we're not going home just because officers may have been fired in the George Floyd matter. Sometimes these cities, they want to believe that in the midst of these uprisings, that if something happens across the country, it should settle the beef that we have in our local areas. And this time, it's not happening. People are continuing to organize. We won Breonna's law with the help, with the leadership, of the local community here, and then a campaign that was put together by a number of influencers, celebrity women, led by Alicia Keys and Rhapsody. We got together with Until Freedom and sort of helped to support and push the message that no-knock warrants can't exist in a city, especially in a place where you have the ability to shoot one warning shot if someone is entering your home and you believe that you're in danger. How can you have that and the no-knock warrant at the same time? It doesn't work. And so that Breonna Taylor's law was passed, which means that no-knock warrants have been banned here in Louisville. These things are not happening just because folks are, deciding to have good hearts. It's happening because people are continuing to stay in the street.
Right.
Now, Tamika, let's get into the crux of the matter. There's a situation where the police officer lied about the post office saying that a suspicious package was going to Breonna Taylor's house. Break that down for us.
Exactly. So in order to get a no-knock warrant, you have to basically apply for it, for lack of a better term, which means you've got to write some documents and present it to the judge as a police officer. This particular officer wrote on the warrant that the Postal Service had reported that suspicious packages were going to Breonna Taylor's home. It's important when we talk about this story that we make sure to mention that the person that they were looking for was already in police custody, and as the attorney Lanita Baker said to me yesterday, that that they had already gone to his house and they didn't find anything there either. So they issued warrants to go around. It was basically a witch hunt where they were looking for things all around, and that's how they ended up at her home. And they lied and said that the police, that the Postal Service reported suspicious packages. The Postal Service came back and said they absolutely never reported that, and in fact they had not had any suspicion that packages were going to her home. It is because of that no-knock warrant that Breonna Taylor was murdered.
Yeah, now that within itself, and I'm not an attorney, but if I was, that would be the crux of the matter. Because had they not lied, because the post office said that they did not say that to the police, right? So the police officer lied in order to get the warrant. So if he lied in order to get the warrant, that should make him liable for her death. Right?
Absolutely.
And that's a manslaughter charge.
And at this point, he's just been placed on administrative leave.
Wow.
And she's dead. And she got and she got the death penalty. And they think that they're giving us a lollipop by letting the young man out of jail and dropping the charges on him for defending his home. He called the police, and that's why we out here marching. That's why we got to continue to protest and like still to this day. Breonna's been buried. The young man in Atlanta, Rashad, has been buried. George Floyd has been buried. Everybody's been buried, but systemic racism still exists. Go ahead, Evie. You were going to say what?
Yeah, I have a question because I'm a member of Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, and Tamika Mallory, a lot of people know, but I'm not sure if everyone knows how instrumental she is. She's not just a community leader, but she was instrumental in organizing the Women's March. And so I want you to just tell us a little bit more about your organization, about Until Freedom and its current efforts, so we can know how to really support.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So Until Freedom is a social justice organization. We fight for disenfranchised people and for causes like Breonna Taylor, the matter of Breonna Taylor. And we believe that in order to be an effective organization, you have to have the people who are most marginalized at the helm of leadership. They have to be the ones who are at the center of solving issues in our community. So we work really deeply in community with folks. And what we've decided is that cases like Breonna Taylor's and Pamela Turner, which is another case that Attorney Benjamin Crump is fighting, that we have now taken on and are going to be working on. This woman was shot and killed, shot in her stomach, shot in her face, and shot in her chest while laying on the ground in Houston, Texas, a woman who had mental health challenges. And those types of cases are really important to us because women do not get the attention that we deserve. You kept saying, Rickey, which is so important, that this happened in March. If it had not been for Attorney Crump calling some of us to say, let's get involved, they would have done nothing. So again, It's not like they got up and said, oh, we need to work on this. Let's make sure that justice is served. They tried to sweep this under the rug. Even on the police report, it says there that, and the police report scares me because they literally wrote there that there were no injuries, yet she was shot 8 times, laying on the ground dead. And a bunch of other things on that report was extremely just inaccurate. Again, a bunch of lies. And what that tells me is that they've done this before. And so Until Freedom's role is to make sure that we bring attention to all these cases, but particularly to focus on Black women.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do, Tamika? One day next week, we got vacation next week. When we come back from vacation, I want to do a whole show. I need you to stay on with us the whole show.
Yes.
And we're gonna lay out a whole bunch of these cases because there's a police officer in Homestead, Florida, that has killed 3 Black people. And he's still on, and he's still serving. And his family been fighting for years. I've seen their stuff on Facebook several times. And this family has been fighting for years. This man has killed 3 Black people, and he is still serving as a police officer in Homestead, Florida. That's south of Miami. I'm telling you, I really want to do a whole show and just talk about different cases and lay it out. We ain't doing no church in 60 seconds. We ain't doing no tea. We ain't doing no jokes, no hot spot. I want you to stay on the whole show when we come back, and I want to lay this stuff out and bring attention to these cases where we can continue to fight, and whatever we can do for you. I'm gonna talk to you off air and give you my number. I really wanna support you, and I really appreciate.
Me
because
too.
It is
and
the
thank you for all you do. It is big, and it play a major part in all of our lives. We thank you for real, all of us.
Absolutely.
Tamika, we absolutely love you, and we really appreciate you, and we mean that from the bottom of our heart. You got us 100% full support over here.
Yes.
Tamika, ladies and gentlemen, Tamika Mallory. Let everybody know how you can be reached real quick. Did she hang up? She's gone.
Tamika out there fighting civil justice.
Okay.
Right. All right, y'all. More Rick Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all. Rick Smiley Morning Show. Hey, listen, real quick. Lord, I hung up in your face. I apologize, Tamika. Listen.
That's all right.
Tamika, I'm not even finna wait till we come back from vacation. I think we might try to do this tomorrow, Tamika. We got to do a whole show. I need you to clear your schedule. Clear your schedule for in the morning. We about to get down on this radio.
Well, tomorrow, I mean, I definitely could be on, but we also have the rally tomorrow. So, you know, we'll be moving around. But anyway, we'll figure it out. Just call me offline and we'll make it happen.
Talk to us about the rally.
Tomorrow, the rally is going to be in Frankfurt. Because I don't know if Daniel Cameron, the Attorney General, is hearing us. So we're going on to his office in Frankfurt, at the state capitol, with a whole lot of people. Common is coming down, and some other influencers. But this, I won't name drop because it's not about them. It's about the people getting down to Frankfurt to call for justice. 11 a.m. We'll be outside of the capitol in Frankfurt. And if you need a ride, we have buses leaving out of Louisville. All you have to do is go to untilfreedom.com and you can sign up, and we'll take you there and back in, feed you some lunch.
All right.
Wow. Hey, and let everybody know, if anybody want to help you and help your cause, how can they give us your website information?
You can go right to untilfreedom.com and find out more about us and how you can support. We've had a lot of people who have been trying to figure that out over the last few days, and we're trying to give people every avenue that they can, take to be supportive. Untilfreedom.com. And thank you all so much for the love and support. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Love you, girl.
Hey, Tamika, thank you. But we're gonna do this whole show at some point. We're gonna get down. Like we're gonna have at least about some cases that hadn't even been talked about in the media.
Yes.
And we're going to bring light to a whole lot of stuff. So get all your stuff ready. So when we call you, we're ready to go.
All right. I'm in it. I'm ready. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tamika Mallory.
Yeah.